What up, man? It's your boy DJ Credits. I'm that guy bringing you the hottest mixes every day, all day, hottest on the planet. You already know what it is. But check this out, man. I'm gonna keep this real short, real simple. I created this video, you know what I'm saying, just to kind of put that information out there that you can't get by checking out the videos. You can't get it by, you know, just being a subscriber. You gotta actually tune in, check me out, you know, check out my vlogs, which I'm gonna be posting here and there just to give you an idea of what's going on. But you know, first things first, what I want to start out with is how the channel, you know, started, how it all got created. You know what I'm saying? I think it was way back in let's see, it's like probably like 2010, 2011. My brother put me on to, you know, electronic music, and from there, you know, I figured, you know, what route to go. I thought about, you know, purchasing some DJ tables, something like that, some kind of controller, anything I could get my foot in the door, you know what I'm saying? So that's the route I went. And just with that in mind, you know, I just kept doing my thing. I search out the tracks, you know what I'm saying? I've been around, you know, for a minute now with this whole electronic thing. I've heard my first, you know, taste of dubstep, drum and bass, all of that in like 08, 09. I didn't really grip onto it back then, but I slowly listened, you know, each day I put in, you know, a little bit of time into like UKF, which came about around 09, 08, somewhere around there. And you know, I was checking out that computer every morning, man, just like y'all do me. I was checking out that computer every morning. I'm waking up, eating my breakfast and shit, you know what I'm saying, eating my cereal, and I'm checking everybody out online. And at the time, all these channels y'all seeing right now, man, they didn't even exist. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot different. I think, you know, UKF was around and he had a couple others, but a lot of the channels was more random. Nobody was like, you know, like Airwave right now, fucking Vital, you know, MA Dubstep, which changed their name to MA Music, formerly known as MA Dubstep. That recently happened. If you keep posted and stick with them, you know what I'm saying, you get an idea of what's going on. But back to me and all this on my channel and everything. When I created the channel came about mainly off the strength, just the fact that I wasn't getting much love around, you know, where I was at. So I figured, how could I get people to listen to what I'm putting out? You know, I was new on the scene. I didn't really have my foot in the door, you know, like everybody else. So what I did was I figured I could just, you know, put two and two together, go and start creating, you know, mixes, getting things going. And the first route I took, you know, for y'all new guys, first route I took, man, was CDs. You know, when I did the CD thing, what I did is I used to hit the club. I used to go to the club and hand out my CDs, you know what I'm saying? I didn't sell them, I just handed it out for free. I would just hit it up and I'd check out, you know, whoever the DJ was spinning for the night. And back then, this is like 2010, 2011, somewhere around there. So I'm from the A-Town, you know what I'm saying? And out here, back in 2011, there's something called Wobble Wednesday. And if you're from the A-Town, you know all about that. Whoop whoop, shout out to all my people that ran that Wobble Wednesday joint. That was off the hook, because for the first time, they actually had dubstep run all night, you know, and that's the time when dubstep was really coming to the limelight in the A-Town, you know. However it was on your side of things, that's, you know, that's on you. But you know, how we did things out here, it was more like a 2011 type of thing when the shit really set in. You know, 2012 was really saturating the scene. And every club you went to, if it was affiliated with electronic music, you already know you're gonna hear some kind of dubstep in the set, maybe sometime that night, you know what I'm saying? So I'm out here, man, I'm at the clubs, I'm, you know, handing my CDs out, everybody's showing me love. And then of course, I gave it to a real big name promoter on the side of 1332 Entertainment. Big shout out to Boss Man Ross. I see you doing your thing. But what happened was, you know, we had a little exchange where he checked out my music. He was liking the way I was sounded, all of that stuff. Everything was good. So I figured, why not go ahead and go home, put together a YouTube channel and see where this all goes, you know. And from that day, you know, I started with Mix 1 and it just took off, you know what I mean? Now in the beginning, before we go any further, I'm gonna give y'all an idea of who Yo Sketch is. If you ever see the name DJ Credits Yo Sketch, that Yo Sketch character is actually a DJ. That's who I used to DJ with right alongside with me. We partnered up and we actually put this channel together. And if you've been around long enough and you checked out one of the first videos, you'll see that Yo Sketch was actually putting out mixes right along with me. And what we did was I put out one mix, he put out another mix, you know what I'm saying? And we ran that shit every week. We was dumping out mixes to the people. So what happened was, you know, there's no beef between the two DJs, between Sketch and I. We just happened to go our own ways, and I continued the channel, and he happened to go off and do his own thing. And you know, from what I understand, he's running his own channel, you know what I'm saying? And y'all tune in. I'm gonna see if I could get the link for you, plug that in at the bottom. You can check that out. Check out Yo Sketch, he's out there, he's doing his thing. But yeah, you know, we got this all together, we got it going. He went and did his thing, I went ahead and I did my thing. And then that's when I actually released Women of Dubstep 2012. When I released Women of Dubstep 2012, that's when the shit really took off, you know what I'm saying? I put that joint out, and once that was released to the people, the way the feedback came in, you know, I was getting like, you know, 10, 20 hits per video, you know. I was getting like maybe 5 or 10 hits a day. But when I released that Women of Dubstep joint back in 2012, that shit took off, you know what I'm saying? I remember waking up one day, checking that shit out, seeing like 500 hits, you know what I'm saying? I was like, wow, this shit's crazy right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm seeing like 500 hits. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? This shit is getting big. And then every day, that shit just kept taking off, taking off, taking off. And over time, you know, if you've been on the scene long enough, you know that the female vocals started taking over, especially that dubstep scene, you know what I'm saying? I know the female vocals, they, you know, they hot, you know, anywhere they placed, but mainly, particularly in dubstep, that shit was dominating, you know what I'm saying? It was dominating for a good minute. The shit was like really taking over, and you know, now it kind of fell more to the background. It still gets played, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's still not like, you know what I'm saying, like it used to be. But that's just how, you know, I kind of got it all jumping. That Women of Dubstep joint was the first one I set off, and then I started dumping out my videos. And I figured if I dumped out the videos every single day, then that shit'd take off and hit people quicker, faster, and that's kind of how I kept it moving. You know what I'm saying? A lot of y'all fed in to just the fact that I was dumping out these mixes every single day, making sure that the people was getting something to listen to, just not, you know what I'm saying, the single tracks. You know, much love to all my channels that do single tracks, and I even do single tracks now too. But you know, at the time, I just felt like these mixes was where it was at. I was just delivering more, giving the people more to listen to. It's up to you, you know, whatever you do, you probably just want one track a day, you know, it's up to you. But yeah, man, you know, so what happened was, after Sketch went his own way, I went ahead, I kept the channel going, and then I started creating these names, you know what I'm saying? I came out with these names. I came out with fucking hard dubstep, heavy dubstep, fucking insane bass dubstep, all that shit. And I created that shit because it's like, I felt like when I clicked on a mix, I couldn't get the exact type of dubstep I wanted, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of motherfuckers fed into that shit, and they start clicking on me, like damn, this, you know what I'm saying? He categorizing this shit, he breaking it down. If I want that crazy dubstep, I just click here, boom. If I want that mild sounding shit, I just click here, boom. That's what I set it up for, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers coming to me talking about, what the fuck is he talking about? What's hard dubstep? What's heavy dubstep? Listen, man, this shit is all what you make of it, you know what I'm saying? The way how I felt is just, the shit just wasn't categorized. It wasn't broken down, you know what I mean? So I figured if I broke it down, I get to listen to exactly what I wanted, when I wanted to, you know? Don't give me no crazy shit if I'm looking for some mild sounding dubstep, you know what I'm saying? So that's how I was taking it. So that's where I took it, you know. That lasted for a little bit. I give it a good like year or two, something like that, you know what I'm saying? Then I started falling off the names because shit just started becoming just one, you know what I'm saying? People wasn't all crazy about just dubstep, so it made no sense to break the shit down. just give the people random dubstep, you know what I'm saying? Give the people house, give the people drum and bass, give the people glitch hop, you know what I'm saying? So that's what it was, you know? Just give the people what they wanted. Being that dubstep when the little, you know what I'm saying? They saying that this shit is dead and it died and shit. Man, shit ain't died, man. This shit's still around. That shit's still buzzing. That shit's still in my iPod. That shit is still in my motherfucking car. You know what I'm saying? Blasting every day. Got that shit on blast. People still looking at me all crazy and shit. Like, damn, what the, you know what I'm saying? What's that bass shit? But, yeah, man, that's just how it went down, you know? And, over time, you know, the channel just started growing and growing. Motherfuckers started giving me likes and shit. They started giving me comments, started giving me some feedback, started giving me an idea of where they lived at. You know what I'm saying? That they tune in, that they check me out, they like my channel. So I created this whole shit, you know what I'm saying, for everybody to check it out. I just wanted to kind of give y'all an idea, you know what I'm saying, what I look like. Check me out. But real talk, man, that's all just for if you see me up in the grocery store, man, you know what it is. Just say, what up, DJ Credits? And don't forget to like them videos, share them videos, all that shit. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna run into some fucking Q&As, man. You know what I'm saying? Every day, motherfuckers leave comments, and the comments be asking me questions. Sometimes I get to it, sometimes I don't. I'm sorry, I'm not like Trap Nation, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trap Nation, because I even told you, man, I sent you that comment. You leave or respond to everybody's comment, man. That shit is crazy. I don't know how you have the time for that shit, but the fact that you doing it, do your thing, man. I see you. But let's get into these Q&As real quick. First one is, why did I stop playing dubstep? Okay. Alright, let me lean back on y'all for this one real quick, man. Alright, first of all, I never stopped playing dubstep, man. That's first things to be put out there. I never stopped playing dubstep. I just decided to incorporate the other genres, you know what I'm saying? I started bringing some more shit to the table. It's not that dubstep was getting old. It's not that it, you know, it wasn't sounding good enough or nothing like that. It's just you couldn't rock the whole party. You couldn't set off the whole club with just dubstep. That's just how they set it up. You could do a set, you know what I'm saying, and definitely set the shit off. No doubt. Don't get me wrong. I can listen to 2, 3, 4 hours of dubstep, but sometime throughout that night, you're probably gonna have, you know what I'm saying, some drum and bass in there, some house, some electro, some shit like that. Something, you know what I'm saying, that's a little outside of the dubstep category, which is no longer a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a little bit against a lot of other shit outside of dubstep, but then, you know, after I opened up my ears, opened up my mind, started understanding the music and the standpoints of where it was coming from, I decided to incorporate all of the other genres, and that's why you're seeing all that progressive house and shit, you're seeing all that, you know what I'm saying, different shit coming into play, all that shit, man. But that's really it, man. I never stopped playing dubstep, you know what I'm saying? Just check me out, you know, I do drop a dubstep mix, not as often. The shit comes like what, fucking once every week, once every 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? Just stay tuned in. If you have been tuned in for a long time and you have not heard all my mixes, I got a ton of mixes, man. Check them shits out, man. You listen all day, so yeah. Alright, next one. Yo, where did I grow up? Alright. It's a little, you know what I'm saying, I did time in 2 areas. One is actually in Brooklyn, New York. I didn't do too many years there. I moved out here to ATL, where I'm probably, you know, where you want to know me to be. If you ever check out any of my posts or anything like that, you'll see that usually A-Town is where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? This is where I grew up. This is where I did most of my time on my club scene and everything like that, going out to clubs, partying, all that shit. Just growing up in general, it was all done in ATL, you know what I'm saying? I did my little kid years out in New York. I like, you know what I'm saying, the whole scene in New York and all of that. I like the whole scene in A-Town. Each spot has its differences. Which one do I like more? I like them both, you know what I'm saying? I like them both. But shout out to everybody up top. You know, I see you, man. Let's move on to the next question. When did I start listening to EDM? And do I like anything else? Yeah, I think I covered that already, man. I started listening to EDM back in 2008, man. You gotta hear this story because this shit is crazy. There's probably a lot of other motherfuckers' story out there, which is I didn't like that shit when I first heard it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like it. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, it's definitely something that I could dig, but it ain't nothing that I'll find myself blasting in the car and shit like that. Man, like 2 years later, that's all I got, man. That's all I got. That's all that's in my CD player. That's, you know what I'm saying? That's it. So, yeah, I started listening back in 07, 08, you know what I'm saying? I was just touching drum and bass and shit like that, trance, going out to the club. My brother took me out, seeing motherfuckers doing all that swing shit and all that shit. They moving around and shit, they moving. I'm like, whoa, what the fuck's going on here? You know what I'm saying? Everybody all tripping and shit, this shit's crazy. But I liked it, you know what I'm saying? So I kept fucking with it. And I still had, you know, my hip hop on the side, which is gonna answer your next question. Do I like any other genres? Yeah, I like a lot of other genres. First of all, I was born and raised off hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? I got brothers in their 40s. So you already know Slick Rick, Run DMC, you know what I'm saying? All that shit. Anything from the 80s, I was checking it out. You know what I mean? That was just how it was, just cause, you know, my fam was connected to the whole rap scene and that's just what it was at the time. So that's what I was listening to. Over time, I continued the rap game until I ran into this EDM shit. But I didn't fuck with the EDM until that dubstep shit came out. Cause that shit hit the hardest for me. You know what I'm saying? The other shit was kind of smooth, it was kind of nice. I like that shit, you know what I'm saying? The drum and bass, all that. That shit was cool. But ain't nothing hit like that dubstep shit, man, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I kept it right in, you know what I'm saying, the area of hip hop the whole time, all throughout the very end, you know what I'm saying? It was straight hip hop, straight hip hop, straight hip hop, straight hip hop. And that's why I was fucking with the EDM. I started bringing the dubstep shit around the people, man. I started telling them, yo, listen to this shit, man, listen to this. And they looking at me all crazy and shit. They like, where the words at? Where the words at? I'm like, man, I feel you on the words and shit. Don't get me wrong, I like words on tracks. But, you know, just how they made the dubstep, it happened to not have that many words. And some tracks do, some tracks don't. I just happened to dig the shit regardless if there was words or if there wasn't words, you know what I'm saying? And from there, I had my little touch with hip hop, and then I had my touch with the electronic music, and then over time I took the electronic music to the next level, you know what I'm saying? I took my taste, you know, my hip hop taste, that was my background and shit like that. I took that and I decided to just put together these mixes, try to break them all down. I started incorporating the trap shit, you know. Trap to me, you know, don't get me wrong, man, I love trap to death, man, but some of the shit is trash out there. But out of what is not trash, that shit is fire, man. That shit is fire. It will rock any club, any show, any festival, any event. Sometimes people just slap together, you know, tracks and shit. I'm not saying no names. Definitely, I show everybody love. You know, I promote music. That's my main objective for the channel. But I definitely promote what I feel and think is the best of the best. You know what I mean? And just because your song may not be on my channel doesn't mean that I don't feel you. I just haven't gotten to you yet. You know what I'm saying? No offense to anybody out there. I love it all, man. I love it all. But sometimes, you know, sometimes a producer can put a little more work into some of that material. Me personally, I got material coming for y'all in a little bit. I'm putting together some tracks. I'm collaborating with an upcoming producer out there. Not saying no names yet, man, because he's not even sure of what the name is going to actually be that he's going by. So I'm not saying no names yet, but definitely look out for new DJ credits, produced joints, not just mixes, but actual produced tracks. I'm bringing that shit to a theater near you, so check that out. Alright, I'm gonna run into this next question, man. This next one's gonna be my last one, and then I'm gonna wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I gave y'all an idea of who I am, what I represent. Next time, I guess I'll show motherfuckers where I sleep. Shit, you know what I'm saying? You want to see like what I use, all of that shit. whatever, you know what I'm saying? I'm right here. I'm trying to get personal. I'm trying to show y'all who I am, what I do. And I got much love for this EDM music, this EDM scene. And I show much love to my hip hop people on that hip hop scene. Next question. What is my real name? Man. I seen this comment question a little while back, man. I actually answered it. But for those that didn't catch it, cause I think the guy, I mean, maybe he took it down or some shit like that. I don't know, maybe it's still up. But what actually happened is he asked me what was my real name. Is my real name DJ Credits, or is that something I go by? Who gave me the name? First of all, my brother gave me that name. He gave it to me because he said, I'm gonna give you this name because nobody got it. I mean, sometimes, you know, people feel like you're supposed to not supposed to make up your own name. You're supposed to earn that shit. You're supposed to get it from somebody, you know, whatever the fuck. I don't care. But my brother gave me that name. Credits, it don't really mean all what you think it does. You know what I'm saying? The shit happened to connect with what I do. So I just let that shit ride. I mean, I make mixes. I put a lot of motherfucking credits in that shit. You know what I'm saying? I put all the details, links, all that good information, all that shit for you to see. Check it out. That's not why I got my name, but that's what he gave me at the time. It just happened to link together to nip that one in the bud real quick. But my real name, man, is Mark. You know what I'm saying? M-A-R-K. Don't get it twisted. But if you see me in the street, don't call me that, man. Call me Credits. Call me DJ Credits. You know what I'm saying? I might not even respond. You call me about some other shit, man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? That's enough for the Q&As. Fucking, if any more come through, I'll definitely get those to you in the next video. That's all I really got right now. I had to go in and dig through the fucking comments and shit, find a bunch of shit that people been asking me for the longest and trying to figure out how I'm gonna answer that shit. So this is it, man. Take that shit for what it is. This is the DJ Credit Show. Keep it locked. I got a new mix coming very soon. New produced tracks coming soon. Brand new producer featured by me. I'ma release his shit. Bring them out to the people. Bring them out. Give all of y'all a listen. Just keep it tuned, man. Keep it locked. You know what it is. Holla at your boy, DJ Credits. Right.